All right. Hello from the other side, and today we're going to explore about the server side through the visual diagram. All right. And even if you are from the non-developer background, you are not familiar with the programming language, then it really doesn't even matter. And what really matters is your little curiosity, your little eagerness to know about the website, and you want to know actual things happen in the server side of the web page, then you are at the right address. All right. And okay, let's dive into our representation. Particularly, we will focus on the MERN stack web overall, but the core base concept is same for every web application. The pattern, the logic are similar. All right. And first of all, you will get to know about you can see the question, what is the scenario behind the real-time web application, how the front-end, back-end database are compiled, how all the stuffs, like all the stuffs are merged together, how website or real-time website runs runs at the server. All right. And next one is like how the server work on it. Yeah, actually this one also. And what is React, Express, Node.js, and MongoDB, and what does the front end, back end, and database do? What is the obligation of front end, back end, and database? We will explore each and everything gradually. All right. And without wasting any time, let's dive into the visual diagram. All right. And here we go to our diagram, and you can see the diagram. And first of all, let's go through the definitions and all right. And you can visualize the React at the top, all right, at the top of the diagram, because it's a client side area. All right. And React is a JavaScript library used to create a user interface. All right, whatever user enter React, like, whenever a user click a button, whenever user scroll, whatever user watches the videos and all, whatever user access data, those all things are uh, React. It is considered as a front end client side. All right. And React is like quite famous for the single page application nowadays. It's widely used for front end library. All right. It's very pretty famous. It's right now. And then after, let's dive into the Node.js. Please just skip these arrows and all. Later on, I will explain each and everything. But for now, I'm explaining the particular things of the diagram. All right, and let's move to the Node.js. Node.js. Node.js is the runtime environment, open source cross platform. It is built in Chrome V8 engine. It is very powerful, guys. All right, and you know the fun part of it, it runs in the JavaScript language. Literally, you can write entire code of front end and back end with a single programming language. It's pretty awesome, right? And it allows to execute the JavaScript code outside the web browser. All right, and here you can see on the top of the Node.js, you can see the express.js API routes. Express.js is a framework built on the top of Node.js, and it provides you a lot of awesome features like routing, middleware, request phrasing, HTTP helper, and many more things. All right, and later on in another video, you can probably look briefly about the features of express.js. But for instance, we are just we are just exploring the solitude part. All right. And the both of these are integrated with each other. And Node.js is the engine, and Express is the car with steerings, wheels, AC, seat. All right, and that's how it works. And now, all right, now let's move toward the database. All right, and MongoDB. Here you can see the MongoDB, and you know MongoDB is a popular NoSQL database. It is it store data as flexible JSON like document with the dynamic schemas. All right, in simple word, it's a storage where user data and all where user like user say files and all, they are stored in the MongoDB. All right, and here I have specified the MongoDB because I'm briefing about the MERN stack, right? And but it's totally under your preference. All right, if you like to use a SQL database, then you are more than welcome. You can use it. You are free for it. All right, and I'm briefing MERN stack. That's why uh, I'm talking about the MongoDB. But it's under your preference, all right? There is nothing to be so hype about that, all right? And now, how all this stuff, all right? How all each and everything here, you can see on the diagram, how all this stuff are integrated, how all these things are combined with each other. You know, for instance, you can imagine about the verification form, all right? I'm just giving an example. You can imagine about the verification form where sign in and sign up, user do the sign in and sign up, whatever user input or insert the data like username, passport, now username and passport, each and everything like these all things happens on the React front end where user interact, all right? And then after, just for example, I will show you. All right, I need where clear the bit. I need a pen. All right, just for example, you can see like this is a sorry for my drawings. All right, and this is a verification form, and here you can see where user insert a username, and here you can see the uh, you know like password. All right, and let's let's do something extra. All right, here you can imagine here. All right, you can imagine here, but eventually I will do the text. All right, and here like username, and here you can consider it as a password. I will create here password, all right? Password, and here what username and password. And or when the user, right? For instance, this is for example, right? When a user insert a username and password, it will request, and what it will do the HTTP request to the express.js, all right? And express.js, what the express.js will do, express.js will do query to the database, all right? Either it is valid or invalid database will handle, and database will check is that correct or incorrect. It will like it will it's check the valid or invalid each and everything where, and when the express.js send the data queries, all right? And then after uh, MongoDB handle each and everything, then after MongoDB returns the result. MongoDB returns the result, and then after express.js will do his work, and then after it will response, right? It will send the HTTP response to the React front end, all right? And you see the backend, you see the backend area, the middle area of our diagram. It is the interface between the front end and database. Simply, you can say the say a door with a security, all right, where only the verified person can enter, all right, and that's what Node.js and Express do, and the cycle repeat again and again, all right. And each and every website, whatever we are now interacting, each and every people nowadays interact with a lot of different kind of website, and there will be, instead of validation form, you can, yes, you can get a lot of uh, different stuff also, all right? And here, for example, I create a verification form, and in other website, you like a YouTube, there is also a needed a verification form, all right? But whatever the user search on the search bar, it will be like requested to the backend, and it will, and backend will do the query to the database, and database will be handled, database will check and handle, and then after it will send the result. It is valid, then it will send the valid approved result. If it is invalid, it will send the error, it will throw error, and then after express.js will be also throw the error, and you know you will do the here at the backend server. Here the developer do a lot of stuff here, like passport hashings and all, and there are a lot of stuff, a lot of more incredible stuff. And uh, gradually we will know about those all things in our another video, no problem. But for now, and this is what I was trying to express, all right? And then, and for a key component, I will, it's just a key component, it's a review, all right? And React.js client layer renders UI component, make API calls to the Express servers, handle user interaction. That's what React.js do. React.js is a front-end part, all right. And then after Express.js runs on the Node.js runtime, all right. Create REST, GraphQL API ins. It means like it will create the push, pull, delete, and each and everything, whatever the user request, everything will be like like password hashings, and there are a lot of things we can do. Handle the business logic, managing authentication and authorization. Like just a minute, just a few seconds ago I told you it handles the authentication, authorization, all right. And then after MongoDB, it's a database layer. Instead of MongoDB, you can use SQL database, no problem. It's under your preference, all right. And no SQL document database. It's a no SQL documented database. It will just randomly insert your data, all right, and store application data and user uses JSON like document. And it sounds a little bit complex to you for now, but gradually we will know each and everything in my another video, all right. And JSON is like like it's a format where a user can it's a readable format, all right. And XML, there is a lot of stuff, another stuff that is literally a little bit difficult to read. That's why JSON is you can say it is easier to learn. It is easier to understand. That's all. And Node.js is a runtime JavaScript execution environment. All right, Node.js it's just it runs on JavaScript. That's a great thing for us. All right, it runs on JavaScript and Power Express server and whatever Express do, all right, whatever blah 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 Express do, Node.js power the Node.js give the power to Express.js and handle IO operation, and Node.js handle the input and output operation, each and everything, whatever the user request. First of all, it will go through the Node.js, all right, and it handles the input and output execution. And that's all for today, all right, guys. And it's pretty simple and cool, right? And this was the brief explanation of the diagram. And thank you for your consideration, and thank you for watching.